Hello, everybody. This is William Burnett here, and here is tonight's U.S.-Iran crisis update. The continuing news right now is that basically we're still in a standoff right now between the U.S. and Iran. Going through everything right now, we are seeing that U.S. jets are still flying over Anbar province as of 20 minutes ago. President Trump just got off Air Force One, and let's just read this here. In regards to Iraq, he said, quote, "So if Iraq, we spent a lot of money in Iraq. I told you Iraq was the worst decision. Going into the Middle East was the worst decision ever made in the history of our country." And I said that publicly. So, yes, I can say that right now. Going to the Middle East was the worst decision we ever made in our country. But we are there, and they went to Iraq. Iraq, by the way, they didn't knock down the World Trade Center. That's been very nicely proven, but we went in, and we're there, and we're pulling out a lot of different areas. With Syria, I pulled out because I'm not going to guard his border. Why should we guard the border? They've got troops, let them guard. That border's been under siege for thousands of years. They've been fighting on that border. We call it the safe zone. It's really opposite of the safe zone. Many people have been killed, and by the way, many people from Turkey have been killed. It's a double. Regarding the Iraq Parliament, who kicked out U.S. troops over today, as I said earlier today, they voted to start the process of kicking out U.S. troops and the entire coalition who've been fighting ISIS for the last few years there. We have a very extraordinary expensive air base that's there. It cost billions of dollars to build, long before my time. We're not leaving unless they pay us back for it. And they do ask us to leave. We don't do it on a very friendly basis. We charge them sanctions like they've never seen before ever. It will make Iranian sanctions look somewhat tame. If there's any hostility, if they do anything we think is inappropriate, we're going to put sanctions on Iraq, very big sanctions on Iraq. On releasing the intelligence that led to the killing or the assassination of IRGC Quds Force Commander Qasem Soleimani, he says, we may discuss that. And on Soleimani, he said, we have been following him very specifically for 18 months and really since the beginning of his term. He was leading his country down a very bad, dangerous path. Now, also, Donald Trump went on Twitter today here and said, quote, "These media posts will serve as notification to the United States Congress that should Iran strike any U.S. person or target, the United States will quickly and fully strike back and perhaps in a disproportionate manner. Such legal notice is not required, but it's given nonetheless." So he is saying that this is a notification that he might do disproportional strikes on Iran if any American target is targeted in any potential retaliation over the death of Qasem Soleimani. And basically, that's all I have for you right now. So again, Trump threatens sanctions on Iran. Trump saying that there will be major retaliation to do anything. That's the other thing I said. He said that he's not going to leave Iraq without money back for airbase, apparently, that costs billions of dollars. And disproportionate strikes are potential. And also, he doubled down on cultural strikes. He said last night in his tweet, saying, quote, they're allowed to kill our people. They're allowed to torture and maim our people. They're allowed to use wartime emblems to blow up our people. And we're not allowed to touch their cultural sites. It doesn't work that way. So that's the latest on the Iran-Iraq crisis for right now. Until tomorrow, I'm Bill Burnett. See you then.